And for our last video today, we've got a special cameo from Miles Kelly, who's here to help Tim figure out the best way to use his Amex points. Now, Tim's based in Los Angeles. He wants to go to Boston, Atlanta. What are the best ways to do that? The thing is, Amex has a lot of different transfer partners, and that's where the most value comes, in my experience, in redeeming Amex points. So, off the bat, with Pay with Points, you can book any flight you want for 1 cent per point. Unless you have the Business Platinum card, you get 1.25 cents per point. The great thing about those is that you actually earn miles and elite status and can use upgrades and get upgraded. So a $400 ticket's going to cost you 40,000 Amex points. With the Business Platinum, it's 32,000. Now, you can do better than that by redeeming for expensive flights through Amex transfer partners. There's a bunch of different partners, and I could probably go on for hours talking about them in whole, but here are the key ones that you should think about being based out of LA. So Star Alliance-wise, United is not a partner, but you can book United and US Airways flights via their Star Alliance partners. So Aeroplan is the one that I use the most because the transfers are instant. The fees are generally somewhat low, especially for domestic awards, and it's 25,000 miles round trip for coach, 50,000 for business. Now, Singapore is also a Star Alliance carrier, and it's the same 25,000 for coach, but it's only 40,000 round trip in business class. So business class United, LAX, JFK, 40,000 Amex points for a $2,000 ticket. You're getting a lot more than that 1 cent per point, or even 1.25 through Pay with Points. ANA can also be good, but it's based on distance and can get expensive very quickly, especially in first class. Delta very rarely has low-level awards, especially on the transcontinental routes. I probably wouldn't even really look into them. You know, it's worth a shot. You never know if they could open something up, but I usually don't waste my time. Now, you can also transfer to JetBlue and Virgin America, but here's why you shouldn't. JetBlue points are worth about 1 cent a piece. The transfer ratio is 250 Amex to 200 JetBlue. You're not even getting a 1-to-1. So you transfer 1 Amex point to less than 1 JetBlue point, and you're getting less than 1 cent per point. Who would want to do that when you can use Pay with Points, and they buy the JetBlue flight and you get the JetBlue points on top of it? So just use Pay with Points if you want to fly JetBlue. Same goes for Virgin America. Virgin points at most are worth about 2 cents a piece, but the transfer ratio is 2 Amex to 1 Virgin point. So you're gonna, even at 1 Virgin point's worth 2, you're getting about 1 cent per point. Use the Pay with Point and earn miles on top of it and have a lot more flexibility. There is a little bit of a workaround if you do want to fly Virgin America. Hawaiian is a transfer partner of Amex. Hawaiian and Virgin now have this cool little partnership, and for a transcon flight, you're looking 40,000 miles round trip in coach, not great, 60,000 in main cabin select, and 90,000 for first. Still, 90,000 Amex for a $2,500 flight. That would cost you a lot more in Virgin points could make sense, but in general, I say you play around with the Star Alliance partners, and don't discount British Airways. I know that BritishAirways.com hasn't shown you a lot of availability, but especially with the past 35% bonus, BA Avios can be huge value, even for transcontinental flights. So I've written all about those. I'll include links, but if you still have questions, tweet me at thepointsguy.com.